Focus, grasshopper. Welcome, everyone. This is Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, bringing you another Transformers third-party review. And this review today is brought to you once again by titanonetoys, reminding everyone why small businesses do it best. First of all, I want to apologize to everyone. I've got allergies this week, apparently, and they are kind of kicking my ass. So if my review seems a little more phlegmy than normal, that's the reason. I'm sorry. I'm not usually a nasty person, but you know, this week I'm fairly nasty. Anyhow, the figure we're reviewing today is Transformission Carnage. And just by looking at him, he appears to be, he kind of looks like Breakdown, but he's not. He's not Breakdown. He's Transformission Carnage. Like Breakdown is some sort of like a white and blue and red Lamborghini. Okay, forget I said that. Carnage. This is the transformation version of Masterpiece style, IDW style, a Masterpiece IDW style Breakdown, and he looks really good. He's got this, I think you can see that pretty well, this like pearlescent coating over all of him. And so the last guy I reviewed, like, he was just like all like flat black, well technically flat gray along his entire outside, but this guy is like all, he's got details and paint apps. And why is that tab not lining up? I don't know. Tis a minor thing, but he's got this, these blues in here, dark gray in there, red up here, silver paint apps, tail lights. Just, I mean, he's got a lot more color and vibrancy to him. Not a whole lot of issues. I mean, you've got this panel right here that doesn't really ever seem to want to be in proper alignment. But other than that, like, he doesn't really have any. He makes for a great looking car. He's got the rubberized tires. Not sure if they're actually rubber or if they're just rubberized. Not even sure what the difference is, to be honest. Not a very prevalent car mode or robot mode underneath either. Like he hides it pretty well. Of course, you're gonna be displaying it like this. But he rolls, as Emgo would say, as rolling things should. I mean, if he didn't roll, I got to be honest with you. Sometimes he doesn't roll, because these tires, sometimes they will roll freely, and sometimes they will just hate you and hate all life. So sometimes he will roll well, and sometimes he won't. I mean, if you're pushing it, it'll roll, but like he's not gonna win any Hot Wheels tracks. Of course, dude, they should make Hot Wheels tracks for these guys. No, probably not. Anyhow, one thing I want to say about this guy is I'm sure glad that I start in robot mode and move to, I start in vehicle mode and move to robot mode, because this guy is much more of a pain in the ass to get into his vehicle mode than he is to get into his robot mode. Robot mode is actually comparatively simple, and that's a perfect way to get started. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to just kind of grab this here and grab this here, and we're going to pull on it, and we're going to yank on this till these tabs come undone right there. Those tabs. Oh, hey. The gun fell out for me. Oh, that's amazing. This is one of those things that, like, it's fairly easy to put in there, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to get out. But it just fell out. That's never happened. Oh, thank you, RNGesus. Alrighty. So, actually, RNGesus was really nice to me today. I was playing Destiny, and I got that that Vanguard scout rifle. I haven't had it long enough to memorize its name, but it's basically like the Mida multi-tool, but like a legendary. It's actually pretty nice. All right, so we've got the hood up. We can take this time to kind of like pull this panel out and put these panels up, I say. And then take this and leave it there for now. We want to take these, so it helps to move these panels down like that. And then kind of like, you gotta like, first of all, you gotta split these legs properly. By the way, spoiler alert, this tab here, you gotta like either pull it or push it down like that when you untab it, because it does not just straight tab in, it like hooks like that. It's a hooking tab. It hooks. Yes, clearly we have seen it. Yes, clearly. So you got to kind of split this whole section here, and then when you pull it out, you've got to like pull it over the door. I don't like this at all. I really don't. This is the one part that makes it a complete pain in the ass to put back into vehicle mode. It also helps contribute to being a pain in the ass to transforming it the other way. Probably would have helped if I did that first. Ha 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 ha. On this leg, we're going to do things the right way. Pull the tire out. Pull this all the way out so it fully clears that area. And we're going to try it again. Oh, see, that was easier. Gosh, Zach. It's a lot easier to live life when you're not a dumbass. Words of wisdom right there. I'm going to pull out these sections here. And now this is going to transform thusly, because this is all kind of the thing, but it turns into a recognizable chunk in a little bit. First, we're going to take this panel, put it down. We're going to take this, we're going to flip it out so it kind of starts to go over. See where that strut is? Come on, see where that strut is? Now we're going to fold this part out and fold this part down, and then this whole part turns, and this section here has got to go over the knee joint. Now there are some just minor tolerance issues. You just have to flex things more than I really want them to. I've transformed this a few times. I haven't broke it yet. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Knock on my head. That's the woodiest thing around. Take this is on a double joint. That goes up, and closes that up, and then this closes over the front, and there's a leg. That's just turned into a leg. That's amazing. Same thing with the other side panel. Fold. This wheel likes to peg itself back in, and when it does that, you have to unpeg it. When it's pegged in, it doesn't want to do any of the things it's supposed to do, except be a car. We don't want it to be a car right now. We want it to be a robot. Peg these little tabs in. Bam, done. Put the wheel down, double hinge, bring that up, bring that up, bring that down, both the legs. And you know what? I did not lose either of the spoilers today. The spoilers are just tabbed in, and they pop off all the time. And every time, as I'm sitting here playing with it, every time the spoilers fall off, I'm like, spoiler alert. And I anticipated having to do that several times in this review, and I didn't have to do it a single time so far. You're going to take one of these arms, it doesn't matter which one, fold it forward like that so you get proper clearance for this section right here, because you're going to rotate this around, and then this part will fold up, and that's how that's going to sit on his back. The shoulders will move up on this joint in here so that this peg is facing up. That peg will fit into, there's a hole in that panel. Bam, just like that. Peg, hole, bam. Easy peasy. Okay, as I say that, it's like not doing it right. Then you're gonna unfold this, fold up his head, tab it back in on the front, and now we just got to finish up the arms. The arms, so this is all on a ball joint here. The tire is on a hinge here, and then there's a joint. You can see the little pin right there, and that's the joint. It needs to come all the way out. It helps if you move this down all the way out, and then move the arm back into position, and then move the tire up. Take this window, fold it up just for simplicity, and that's the arm. Again, kibble, window, pull the arm all the way up. This one seems to be a bit tighter than the other one, on my copy at least. Put the arm back down, and there he is. Robot mode is all done. Oh wait, yeah. All right, now robot mode is all done. Oh, speaking ahead of myself, I mean, shoot. Grab his gun here, put the barrel out, pull the handle out, stick it into his hand. It's got the usual like peg system tab on the handle. And there he is, looking all great. Let me put this up just a little bit. Dunk. There he is, robot mode. And he looks pretty great. You know, he's got this part here, but other than that, he's not like, I don't know, I suppose he is technically a little more laden. Spoiler alert. He's technically a little more laden down with car parts than his disorderly buddy. But I think he handles it pretty well. You will notice that I did not go into the combiner mode. The combined mode basically is the car mode, but his hood crumples up like that and kind of folds back. And it doesn't look like it's part of anything, so I'm saving that. I'm saving that for later. Anyhow, so for articulation on him, he's got his head will move up and down. Not really down, but definitely up, like up a whole lot. Focus, grasshopper. His head will move up a lot and rotate all around as much as you want. His shoulders will go all the way around. I always say that it's dumb when people do that, but yet I find myself doing that. It's dumb when I do it too, by the way. Upper bicep swivel. He's got the same joint system that his buddy has. I wonder if they share mold parts. I bet you they do. Anyhow, so he's got he's got an elbow bend by about that much. Wrist joint that's only mildly impaired. Okay, it's actually pretty majorly impaired. He's got a wrist joint and it moves, but it doesn't really want to move with all this other stuff around. Okay. Yeah, it's like hella tight. It may have never moved in its life. I'm not going to move it now because it feels like it's really stiff. He holds the gun because his hand opens. All four fingers are one piece. The thumb is shared with the palm, so that's all one piece. Yeah. So he's got a waist swivel, little skirt armors here. We'll move up, allow him to move forwards that much, move backwards that much till it hits the car. I guess if you get the car mode out of the way, you can get another 5 degrees out of it. I don't know. He has an upper thigh swivel. He has a knee joint that only goes that much. And he has really no articulation in his foot. Like he will technically have like the barest amount of motion. There is, like, this is pinned in here, and you can see here it's a pin with a large degree of motion, but when it's all put into its robot mode, like, there's no clearance up here. There's plenty of clearance back here, but there's no clearance up here, so it won't really move around much. Maybe if you like pull the toe out a little bit, then you can like turn it, but now you're exposing the like hollow of his leg to like see into the void of nothingness. Blow your mind. You'll need Rick to edit that memory out. No real articulation forwards and backwards, again, because his foot is basically all a solid block. If you move it down, well, then you're exposing the void again, and we already learned not to do that. So, but I mean, he looks good, and he looked great on the shelf, and gosh, just it's a nice looking figure. I haven't combined them together, so I don't know what they look like combined yet. I mean, I've seen the pictures, of course. I was just noticing this like weird knee structure here. Like the knee structure, there's a joint here, but then there's a joint here, and it makes me wonder if maybe I was missing something. I don't know. Some odd design choices in this. I mean, granted, yeah, it's because it's pretty true to the IDW design, and they do some pretty crazy things on the. You know, you can do things with comics and cartoons that you can't do with real life, and it's always impressive when a company finds something that happened in the comic or a cartoon and decided to do it in real life. So, I mean, this is a great design. It looks good. It doesn't play really good, but you know, we'll see how it all feels once we get it combined up, because that's the true test of the combiner team, right? I mean, let's be honest, if you got a combiner, you combine it, right? Anyhow, everyone, this is Transformation Carnage, and everybody be good to each other.